Hi everyone, good morning. And it's another beautiful Saturday morning on Just a Chat with BUNMI and ALABI. How has been your week so far? Well, my own week has been wonderful. It has been so full of events here and there, everywhere. But how are you doing for real? Asking you how are you doing? I know you are going through a lot of things happening around, but like I used to say that it's okay not to be okay. Yes, it's okay for you to be sad. It's okay for you to be anxious. It's okay for you to be worried. It's okay for you to have fear of some uncertainties. But it's not okay for you to stay not okay. That is whatsoever you are going through when you are sad, how long are you getting sad for? And what is the sadness leading to? Okay, you are angry about some things that are not working, but that anger, what are you doing out of the anger? Do you transfer the aggression on people around you? There are ways you can manage your anger. So there are ways you can manage any negative emotions you are going through. So don't let them manage you. Don't let them control you. That's my word for you this morning. And today I have wonderful people that are joining me on our discussion today. Please let me welcome Lady Avalon on set. Morning.
How is it?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Good to have you. And
Okay.
how is everything going?
Good.
How is
Okay.
Nigeria?
Nigeria, good. Anyway, that can pass through 2024, we should look at 2025
Of
as a good
course.
year.
Yeah, and people, as the year is just running so fast.
Yes.
Honestly, it's running so fast. Before you know it, now we're already in the middle of the year.
Exactly.
But all the same, I know we are moving, we are thriving.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
it.
And please welcome with me our perfect gentleman here. He's been here once, but I said, okay, you have to be here again today. And he's repping his gender.
Yes. So,
Yeah, the way you look somehow calm. I hope you are ready for us today.
no,
Don't worry, we're not
it's,
going to put you on the hot seat now.
it's thinking.
Eh? Okay, please welcome Mr. Isaiah Money. He's here today to join us in the discussion. So, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Let's go.
Good morning. And how is Mrs. Isaiah?
She's great.
Yeah, she's taking. I mean, he is taking.
Your
In
wife.
case you don't know,
100%.
100% taking. All right. So, a lot of things have been going on around, and there's this story that I saw on by one of the bloggers, and I said, let's just talk about this. That why is this happening? And I believe we've seen this all around us most of the time, and you just wonder why does it keep happening over and over again. And at least I have wonderful people that are going to do justice to this discussion. There's a story that a woman was arrested for reportedly killing her newborn hours after delivery due to a dislike for her husband. Hmm. 2 point there. She killed a newborn after delivery. That one is offense number one. Number one, killing a newborn. What happened now? An innocent child that just came to the we don't know, maybe that child is going to be the next savior, the next inventor, the next, as in, I don't know. I just buy the child like that, like
It's
so
the life of the
just take
child,
the
an
life of
innocent
an
child.
innocent child just because she so much dislike her father. I don't know. I don't know. People do things for different reasons, but I just ask myself, is this worth it? Is it worth taking the life because you dislike someone? Over time we've been talking about people killing others, murdering people, different issues, different cases, as a different ori side that we can't just as that doesn't really please the ear to hear. And we keep hearing this thing that people just take life for reasons that we believe that this could have been sorted out.
Yeah.
So this case now, because she disliked the father, you think it is worth
Well,
worth it?
I'll say that before now we've had cases of women taking the life of children because they don't like probably the father or the incidents that happen or that brought forth the child. It could be an unwanted child, unwanted pregnancies. But before now, what I know that has really played off so much is that people dump unwanted baby beside dustbins. They take them to
Yeah.
motherless babies home, orphanages, and all that. But hearing of this one that you killed a child, an innocent child, you carried a baby for 9 months, and you carried first month, second month, everybody has seen you with the baby. You nurtured the baby, not even afraid of God that, okay, God, you gave me this child. Even if you don't like the father, it is not enough for you to kill that child that knows nothing about the relationship between you and the man. The child came on his own. Fine, we always hear something that we can choose everything, but we cannot choose where we are coming from. We can't choose our father, we can't choose our mother. So why don't you just allow this child to live and have an understanding that even if I don't want to see the size of this child, is there any way I can save this child by taking the child to a place that they can nurture the child? There are a lot of people looking for children. You understand? Now you don't have a child and you kill the child. I don't think it's something that should be heard anyway, regardless of what the man has done to you. It's not something that's
Well,
acceptable.
it's it's worrisome, honestly. But like some people believe that it's better to abort a baby,
Yeah.
that it's still an organism. The people that really believe in abortion, they believe that, okay, when you have a baby, it's when you have when you get rid of an abortion, it's still like blood, that it doesn't have life like that, that you can't really, it's not yet human being, that it's still allowed. But whether it's a blood or whatever, a blood becomes a human being. If our parents have aborted us, would we have become who we are today? But before you talk about an unwanted baby or an unwanted mother, there is a man somewhere.
Yes.
And I think we need to even talk about maybe the unmarried people, or people that get a baby out of the maybe legal way, and before you know it, the father is nowhere to be found. The father of the child is nowhere to be found. Mr. Isaiah, you are the one that is going to talk more on this, about why men, let's say young men especially, why they, during the romance period, the romance time,
Love.
you love it, Dovey, you promise the girl, oh, you are the lover, no, sugar in my tea, you are the couple, you say a lot of things that makes the girl believe that, oh, this person really loves me for real. And once the girl tells you that, I think we need to talk, I miss my period, the next one say, go and find it now. And before you know it, the father just ignore the responsibility, as in the love and everything just disappear instantly. And very few men, very few guys out there take responsibility to take the journey further with the lady that is carrying the baby. But some, they just run away and they just disappear. So why do you think guys run away from this kind of responsibility?
I'm very happy that you said use the word men and guys. So when it comes to man or men generally,
Okay.
before you can categorize them as men, it means they are responsible.
And before boys become men,
Men.
okay.
So the reason why most of this thing I feel is rampant these days is because of the lack of responsibility. They are still dependent.
The guys. Okay.
Before they go somewhere else, I mean, before they talk to any lady or go into this thing, all they are talking about at the moment is just pleasure between themselves. But when they don't have that responsibility in them, I believe that's the only reason why they will leave. And as a matter of fact, I used to tell some set of people, what is responsibility? Responsibility is your response to ability. So you can choose. The ability is already in you. So responsibility is a choice. So you can choose to respond positively to the ability or wrongly. So the only person who want to respond positively towards that ability is somebody who, like, he wants to take. He just feel like, I am in the right position to do this thing.
And he's ready to take anything that comes out of it.
Those kind of people are the kind of people that when they make a decision, whether it is a bad one or a wrong one, they stand by it. This is my responsibility. I go through this thing, I started this thing, I have to end it. But there are some, when they are dependent, that lack of responsibility have no day there, because the major point is that they feel like, Do you know where I'm still going to?
But that time, when during the lovey time, they don't think of that responsibility. They promise the girl. In fact, some of them they can go as far as go and borrow something to satisfy the girl, to please the girl, to do everything. But when a child now is about coming, that's it's like that hormone, that fearful hormone, it comes alive instantly, and they think maybe their responsibility is winding up. They face reality, but during that time they don't think about that. You've seen some guys do this, and I ask them, why do they? I will see some guys that are mature, not even baby boys.
The truth about the matter is this: even the guy, because I used to tell every lady, no matter how gullible you can be, you will see some traits in this guy.
In the guy, that means the lady.
The lady.
Okay.
You will see some particular traits, but the only thing, it's not like you did not see it, but you believe that this one is just a small one.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Oh, got to change it. So that's what they usually do most of the time. And the guys, they know, most especially these people that are not having this act of responsibility, they have all the keys to get to any lady at any point.
I'm loving this. I want us, because I want you to really educate some ladies. You are the guy. You are the one. It's your gender. You know some keys. You know some tools.
You know the game.
You know some things to tell ladies that will make a lady that when the ladies, the way we are wired now. Once we are wired by our emotions, what we hear at times, but you men, you are just touch me, anything instantly, let me just get one. So what are the red flags that ladies should watch out for to know that this one cannot take responsibility for, even if anything happens? And these are the guys that will say, in fact, assuming that you don't even want to keep yourself pure, you want to just get more intimate. The lady will still suggest, let's use protection. They will say, no, I don't want protection, and things like that. So is it for the selfish reason, or it's not selfish reason, but just let's talk about the red flag ladies should watch out for in guys like this.
Actually, before we can talk about the red flag, because once you stop something bad in the first place, one have to be intentional.
Yeah.
So the ladies themselves should have the mindset like, okay, this thing I'm going to do here, this person I'm going to meet, I can never see green flag all through. Have the mindset, trying to know the weakness in you.
Okay.
Before getting to know the guy. But
sorry for that. I want to get it clearer. Have the mindset that is, maybe she should have that. She should have like a foresight about the guy.
Or foresight of knowing the weakness of the guy, knowing the kind of person I'm going into, to study the person. Because there are some level of ladies outside now. They will tell you, I don't want to date you, chop you, we'll chop each other.
Chop claim out.
So the lady will be the one telling the guy. So so
if such lady eventually get pregnant, she's going to abort
it. This kind of scenario coming up now, this is pure wickedness. Let's forget what the guy did. For you to conspire within you to kill somebody you labored 9 months. We are not talking about nobody, even maybe it was through CS or that she gave birth to that child, but she left, like she did not think of those pains and all those things, no matter what, and just went and killed the baby. That's pure wickedness. She's I think it's anger. She was angry. She detests the man. So perhaps the man, maybe she like the reason I was giving her that maybe it didn't allow her to go to give birth at village, but I believe there's more to that. The reason there might be some little, there are some things. Funny enough that this kind of lady, only everything bad she might have gone through with this guy might just be within that 9 months.
Yes. They would have
You might have heard so many things about the guy that it seems this guy have this thing, owes this baby dearly to him, even more than me. When I just killed the baby. To be done. So I think it's just a form of retaliation.
Okay.
To get back
at the guy. But ladies, when it comes to red flag, for a guy to get close to a lady, this is what they look. When a lady wants something, this kind of guy wants this kind of this and not hearing, she's already vulnerable. Because everything she's supposed to, she's not going to see. And as at that moment when she's vulnerable, she's already telling the guy indirectly so many things that can get her At the time, I used to tell my wife, I said that, oh, I don't know how to just go to the street to test any lady. But if I want to get to any lady, no matter
Before you got married, right?
yeah, that if I want to get to this lady and I want to date this lady, no matter how hard she claims she is,
Emma Mubale.
I will get close to her.
What is the key?
It's not.
Tell us what is
No,
the
it's a
key?
game. It's a game, right?
What is the code?
It's magic. What is it?
Okay, this is it. As a matter of fact, I don't know about other guys,
Okay.
Mhm.
but personally, when I see somebody I really like, I don't just look at the likeness alone. I look at the act of that is okay mistake, Shell. If any mistake comes up,
This is someone you
is
can.
this somebody I can stay with?
Okay.
So even those kind of person, those kind of ladies, even the man small that I used to get close to, they are this kind of lady that they look rigid.
Only.
They look rigid. Just someone like my wife, you cannot tell her dear when you are using word. But it when
Like,
she was still before I
okay,
get close to her,
okay.
well, before we became friends. But there are some ladies when I look at them, they are proving rigid and all that, but in their words, the way they do, you can't get to them unless you become friends with them. So when you become friends with them, they get open up. They try to know the kind of you do as if no anything relationship.
Nothing.
I don't want it with you.
But they're the most vulnerable.
You understand? So in that way, they get open up, turning you to somewhere like bestie or no bestie, and a flirty play kind of guy. Those are the
A
things.
playboy.
A playboy. Because the only reason I don't know, maybe let me just say it's God that gave me some of these things to notice them, because I used to tell most ladies around me then, even though I'm not dating them, I'm just going to be like almost all those things. About traits, once I see those traits, I'll be like, this thing you are doing, you are the one making this guy to see this thing. Okay, I saw this. Let me use my wife as an example. At the time when she was in school, I saw, we liked each other, but this rigidness of you are going to go to school first, all those kind of stuff. So there's this guy, he's an actor, he does movies and all those kind of stuff. He came to meet my wife and he was like, he wants to date her and all those kind of stuff. Before she became my wife, though.
Yeah.
My friend. So when the guy came, she was so rigid, like, somebody like me. Who do you think I am? I want to do like that. So the guy just feel like, calm down, do this. The guy now just came and see me, just asked, how are you doing? And all that. So in that process, he gets to know that, okay, she dance, she can write songs, she can do this, she can do that. Okay, what's on point here? So he took those things very much more important. And do I see, I am a star.
Child.
So help your destiny.
A bad guy has used that for me before. he said he was going to he knew that I was I feel I was just in the SS1 and he was giving me chemistry textbook. Child. But do you I fell. First time.
I think I walk.
That was my first time.
I was also help your destiny.
I'm just telling you, I'm just trying to tell to help.
Yeah, that's true.
Some girls, some ladies that you prove so hard that no, I can't fall. Well, see, there are some baddest guys there. There are some baddest. But no, they know how to unlock no matter how that key is, they know how to unlock it. That guy unlocked my key. But thank God that I talked to my senses and it reset.
Okay. So he said, I'm a star. I'm into this thing. I know the video. I know this kind of stuff. So I can help your career. Oh, the guy planned everything really well. So when my friend, not before she became my wife, now I'm still repeating it then. So when she came, I'll be like, you and this guy, don't you know that this thing is getting to the extreme? What she will see as this thing before, because they will go to studio. It's a school.
Yeah.
I can't be too this thing because I was being careful of, I don't want to hold her down because there might be a destiny
attached to it.
Attached.
However, you've not started dating then.
We have not started dating.
We both
know I like her. but I can sense that she liked me too.
But then let me
So
ask you
I
a
was
question.
in-
Let me ask you that
No, you're
question.
using sense.
I was using strong get
Let me
like
ask you a question.
you know.
That's when that guy came. Was it that you really wanted to protect her, or you were,
Not even
or you, wait,
It's all
or you were
material
feeling
threats.
I was still
stressed,
noticing.
and you were still watching?
I was still watching.
Like
So I was watching. So when she came and she was trying to be like this, don't you think it's getting to the extreme that it will get to only you and him in the studio? You know the kind of person this guy is. So she feels like maybe it is true. But the more the guy will try to push more effort, like, no, this career is very important to you. You have to do this. So I left her. So it's looking like when it gets to the time, it's looking as if Isaiah is getting jealous.
of course, normal now.
So as I am, I don't like to feel too jealous about something. It's not because of the fact that I don't like the person, but because of based on my experience of trusting people, ladies. So I don't want to rely and give too much of right, release myself completely so that if anything goes wrong later,
If
I
you
won't-
serve you breakfast,
yeah, so I won't be broken, something like that. So I left her. So when it gets to a time, I was like, you are the one, the mother of this girl, give this girl to say, watch over her. I know, wait, how can I now walk through this thing to make her? Because I almost started becoming the enemy
Okay.
of my friend.
of your now wife.
Yeah, like it's looking kind of this thing like that, but that guy is making it look as if Shorifife is out of it. It is your career.
Okay, so it didn't actually come directly.
He came earlier.
Okay.
She turned him down. He now did as if okay,
No,
I have somebody
no,
I'm
no,
not
no.
interested and start.
Okay, let's just focus on your
career.
career.
Yeah, on those kind of
Smart
stuff.
guy.
Smart guy.
So the only way I now sat down, I was thinking of how can I stop this thing. I was sitting on the staircase that day and I was like, oh, okay. I did not know. Holy Spirit helped me. That's the only thing I'm saying. And the only thing that came up to me is like, support her with the girl. So when she comes about the guy, I'll just be like, are you not going to the studio again to go and do rehearsal? You say I'm going. Time is in law. Time is already going. You need to quickly meet up and all that. She will look at me. She will go. So when again have you gotten there? Have you started? I don't know. Don't mind him. Don't leave. Still wait for him. He will come. So things like that is making that level of equilibrium, don't say high tele, is making it to become balance between me and the guy. So when I made it so balanced that way. So in that balance form, there are some qualities he will see in me that so those things were not making her pick up to quickly come back to her senses. And I said that. So when I was able to now say this person I've been supporting that Korede is a good guy. I started watching. I went to subscribe to the guy page. I used it to show her. This guy they try. What is not making me laugh, I will laugh. Okay, so that
you have a
the guy will be like,
So she will know that you have interest
in the guy.
Not
as if you're jealous of.
But at the same time,
you have a mission.
You two, you were trying to protect what is your home.
Actually, in all sincerity, then anyone as a friend to me, as a lady, I believe they have to be safe.
Yeah.
That's aside. Not to now talk about the fact that I like her. That's number two. Thirdly, to the fact that I'm just like a guardian. So everything embedded into one destiny. So when that started happening, I started giving her this thing. She started saying that okay. So when it was getting to extreme, I said, Toba law. So I looked for a video. I used it to show her. Can you see this video? See how this guy is this. I think that was the time that ladies will be like there was this video they posted that went viral that a lady was praying for her boyfriend while she's on another guy.
Wow.
Having sex. But the guy was calling her at him that he does not have, and she was praying really distant. And the guys that are beside him were hiding cameras.
Wow.
At the back doing it. So the guy was proud of the lady that she will always pray for me even if I don't have, I don't do this, I don't do that. Until those people posted the video.
Wow.
I went viral.
Wow.
I said, so what can you tell me about this guy that you know personally about him? I was asking her like that. So when I was telling her those things and she was, she started, that thing is not just about her. Because majorly ladies like attention.
Sure.
And then they want to feel very important that it is not just about you. Their part of their life is in you, and you take it very important. So that taught me a lesson. It was not, that does not make her, I was not seeing her as bad for acting that way. I was just happy that I could help in that situation. Because if it has gone wrong the other way around. So you understand?
Yeah.
But what happened? What brought up to this level of this thing? She started running from the guy.
Okay.
Started running from the guy and started, thank God that you told me. Thank God that you did this. Thank God that you did that. But what did the guy use? He used that part of the vulnerability. She was very hard, but she said that she's very consistent about going to rehearsals, going to this. And my wife, her modeling this thing was, I was like, see, why would you go for modeling when you know that you can, this modeling, I've seen high top piece. It is rare for you to see people that get there just by their passion and things like that. So I was like, I want you to do something better than this.
I think one of the things that really helped your wife there was having someone that can be trusted to guide her. And I know a lot of young ladies that fall into this that fall victim of this is because they don't have people to talk to. Like you said, most ladies, they are vulnerable, and we need attention. We have some needs that we have, and a guy is like a wolf that want to kill a smaller animal. He will look for what he will look for strategy to get that hard. So he will know what you want, what you need, what you are starved most, and that is what he's going to use to get you. If you know that you are someone that likes attention, he will kill you with attention. If you know that you are someone that likes material things, such guy they will get you everything. If you are somebody that likes you likes money, you like me, that I like book, then the guy use a textbook to get my attention then. And now I always say, thank God that I didn't go to his house, because he did everything to make me come to the house. I said I wasn't going. That there's a way that you still have this fear that if I go, if he rapes me, if he do this, if he do that, how am I going to escape? You understand? We saw the story of a lady that went to the boyfriend's house, and the alleged boyfriend, that the guy cut off her head, and like, so I had that fear in me. But I think, like he said, that girls, ladies, that you are hard. I know we are a bit deviated from our main topic, but this aspect that he is really talking about is very, very important, because a lot of people have become single mothers to a baby that whenever they see that child, they feel they get, there's this resentfulness that comes from them, that they will curse the day they give birth to the child. They will each time they see the child, they will remember the father that I wish. So I just wonder that what now happened between those times, that the lovey-dovey time that you were all over the guy, and everything just end up like that. So some have committed abortion, some wait for the child to be delivered. Like what happened to this woman? She waited for the child to be delivered.
Yeah.
So if I may ask you, Mama, so would you now say the people that aborted the unwanted pregnancy, is it better than people that kill unwanted baby? So what can you say about that?
Yes, very well. I'll start from the story you said. It's a very beautiful story.
Okay.
And I believe that every lady, even woman, can learn from it.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you, it's a story this is just a story of every guy that wants to get you for what they want. And after which, they'll dump you because they know your vulnerability.
Yeah.
So going back to the question, is it good to terminate a pregnancy, right?
Yes, or boy as a life, you made human being.
The two. There's no one that is good at all. You understand? But some people will tell you that, okay, they want to abort a pregnancy because of there's this ectopic pregnancy or something. They want to but if for those cases, those ones are justified. But you have no reason why you should terminate a life of a child, of an innocent child. The truth is, if you can escape the roots, like that story you said about somebody that said, come to the house, I want to help you. I once had a story like that. And same thing, I was thinking, if you go, won't you be raped? You understand? And if every young woman out there will say, oh, what if I go there and I'm pregnant? Will I kill the child?
That's because we're thinking of the red flags.
I already knew. You understand? And the person said, yeah, because the person told me, I come to my house, fine, uncle, then. But as soon as I got, I said, I said, what if I go? And the person making, there will be nobody to help me. And I told myself, I'm not going. And next time the person came, the person was angry. Because of, you see, they will always be angry at them if you don't respond to their reasons. Like, why didn't you come? So think about it. What if I go? If a baby comes, will I be able to take responsibility? With this person, we're ready to take responsibility of the child in case I get pregnant. So I don't believe aborting a pregnancy is good. Not talk of having a child and now killing the child. None of it is good at all. So let's always think ahead. I know, like you said, attention sometimes. When you get attention from a man that has a mission, at the end of it, sometimes it raises our sense of judgment. But if we can sit down before that incident happened, you're thinking of the fact that what's the negative effects of this thing, we would not fall into that category.
Thank you very much. I know a lot of women out there, they've raised a child that they never loved from day one. And the child will grow up and the child will know that my mommy hates me. And the child will not know the reason why. And, a lot of mothers are broken due to reasons like this, that maybe the father offend them, the father hurt them, did something, and they transfer the aggression on that child. Honestly, I know, I understand the feelings, I understand, but we always teach forgiveness, we always teach healing. If peradventure you've been in this shoe, you've seen yourself in this case, and you always see a child, maybe the child you carry. First of all, remember the pain, what you went through for 9 months, bringing forth a life. And just remember yourself that if your parents had aborted you when you were also small, when you were in the womb, or they've killed you, God forbid, when you were a baby, would you have still be standing like now? Would you have still be doing the great and amazing things you are doing right now? So you don't know what that life carries. You don't know the destiny of that child. I'll take you back to the scripture. The story of Solomon is the story of, when we look at the way it happens. This one is a bastard, confirmed bastard, as in, how will he come through this channel? And God chose this. God decided that I'm going to establish my kingdom through this bastard. Who dares challenge the authority of God? So God knows everything. He knows the mistake. He knows the time you are vulnerable. He knows the times that you are not doing the right thing. He knows the time that you were taken advantage of. So God is aware of everything. So you don't need to beat yourself down and feel guilty of what you've done. Fine, you've made a mistake. A life is attached to it. Why not find a way to heal first? Heal yourself first of the pain of the wound. You've fine. And I think to the men, as I am going to say to the men out there, you say something that if any lady that you can't marry, that you are not comfortable to be the father of a child, or you can't get married to, don't move close to such lady. I don't know why guys deceive. I don't know why guys deceive. Maybe I should just, why do guys deceive? They know that they're not going to marry the lady. Why do guys deceive?
The question I should ask again is that why does ladies
fall?
deceive and fall? Because majorly these days, it was kind of before. If you know what the trend is going on right now, what the trend really is right now, we know that it has changed. It's not from the guy that is deceiving. Most of the guys that are deceiving right now are being born out of what the lady turned them to.
So lady turned them to. See, if you start that discussion, we are not going to go, because that guys are looking for.
Because ladies are getting ladies are getting kind of, let me use the word, rogue. So, and in that kind of rogue, all they just want is about what they want at that moment.
Yes, because guys have
and these guys see them as
guys have taken advantages of ladies,
Exactly.
a lot of innocent ladies.
I'm not disputing you.
Maybe all call your Loro, as in ladies that are innocent. You see them now, before you even say you want to serve them breakfast, they will start double
The
breakfast.
reason I'm talking about the it's not like the guy is saint though. I'm not saying the guys are saint though.
But they are giving themselves upper hand so that you before you come.
My own point is this.
Okay.
It's just like me wearing this kind of color of clothes, and you are the lady wearing pure white, and I'm carrying palm oil. You should be more careful than me.
It is you that deceive me. You deceive me. I'm not carrying palm oil. Say this.
There's a lot to lose. More than me.
That's how you are. That's how you are. You are created. You understand?
I'm sorry to use this. You are. That mindset is the mindset that the devil, devil used to deceive Eve in the garden of Eden. Say, I'm carrying palm oil, but you're telling me that you love me.
I'm very sure that when the devil hear this thing, they feel like, no.
I'm carrying palm oil, but you're telling me come close. Don't worry, I'll put palm oil on you. I understand.
Honestly,
I understand from the level of trust.
Honestly, please, Isaiah, I'm not rapping, guys, and I know you are not going to support all this aftermath. Don't let us look at the enjoyment alone.
Yeah.
Let's look at the aftermath of all these things. Don't deceive ladies. So either way, whether the lady deceiving you guys or guys deceiving ladies, everybody deceiving themselves. And now one day, the person when you train, you will not say this was said that your master says. You understand? So the person you train will be greater than you want. So please don't deceive. Yeah, and see the environment has even changed a lot. That even now, a guy and lady they are even colliding together to even be having pregnancy, to be getting pregnant and be selling and be aborting for so many kind of things. So the society has really changed a lot. But I think we can really, having the fear of God and having a conscience that always put us to order is very important. If you put any lady in the family way, be responsible. Be responsible. Let your responsibility be intact. Let it be activated so that you know that yes, you are a father now. So get to prepare. Go and price how much they are selling Pampers. Sorry, I'm advertising. Yes, go and no, don't say. I want to be responsible because you don't know what that child is going to become tomorrow. God forbid. I was saying something that very soon. So there are so many fathers that you just see that a child, a grown-up part of just walk and say, my mom say you are my daddy. You understand? So please, let's take caution as a guy. Don't put ladies in a way that you know that by the time they see that baby, they will feel like taking life, committing suicide, or murdering a baby, an innocent child, because you don't know what that child is going to grow up to become tomorrow. And for the married people, please, I know a lot of married women have had some pregnant. They've gone through some things that maybe they get pregnant out of consent or maybe in the wrong way, and they're looking, how am I going to bear this shame? Terminating life. I said it earlier that you've made a mistake, whether you get the child in the right way or in the wrong way, or perhaps maybe your husband or the father of that child is maltreating you. Terminating that child or that pregnancy is not the best solution, because if you go and do abortion now, it could take life. And what are you going to tell God? I think, God, I committed abortion. That might not be justifiable. Please, let's always think of the consequence of any action we take. Your final word, Isaiah, for the guys and for the ladies.
Actually, for the guys, making this thing very better starts from the guys themselves.
Okay.
If you are responsible, so we should just have the intention of being responsible. Because if we choose what we want, like we don't just like this is what we want, this is what we really have. So when you want to choose who you know that okay, let's say anything happen, can I stay with this person? Is this the right person for me? If you have that at the back of your mind before going towards any lady, I think that should reduce the level of all these let me use the word hurtness and the trauma for all these women, because truly they are very emotional, and at that moment they are vulnerable. The only reason why they are vulnerable is because they can trust you and rely on you as a man. So you have to choose to be responsible. This is a choice.
To be responsible. And to the young ladies out there,
to the young ladies, the first thing I will advise you to do in every relationship, no matter how you want a tall guy, dark, strong, and everything, the first thing you should have at the back of your mind is that there's no green card everywhere. Once you are seeing a lot of green card, ask yourself the question, why am I only seeing green? Let me look for the red. So once you have that at the back of your mind, the red is your major point, is your main card that you want to work on. Is this something I can stay with? Is this something I cannot? Once you have that at the back of your mind, you'll be able to say that, okay, this I don't want, this I want.
I mean, don't let love cover your face so that you won't see the excesses of like things you can't really cope with in marriage. You understand? Everybody has their weaknesses. So look out for it. If a guy is too good for you, please check it. There's something missing. Your final word.
Okay, for me, I'll say that as a woman, if you're opportunity to carry a baby or a pregnant and you're already in the situation, find a way, regardless of what the guy, if he's a young guy, like you said, if he's a married woman, because this woman is married, we're talking about. So we are not just looking at the young girls, we're looking at also married women. If you find yourself in that case, please think of that child and think like that child is a blessing. And the Bible says that it's only good and perfect gift that comes from God. You understand? So God that gave you the gift, think of the fact that it's the one that will sustain you to help you to keep the child. You know, like I used to tell myself recently, God is our source. Men can be channel. So don't look at only the person that has impregnated you as a channel to take care of that child. God can use anybody and see that the child will be taken care of. And God can help you.
Thank you very much. And my whole word for the chop clean mouth guys. They say every day now for the thief, one day now for the owner. Please, as they chop, you know, a lot of guys out there, they are carrying some curses from ladies they've broken their hearts. Seriously, you know, this is a serious issue. They've carried some curses, they've carried some curses because you put them into a traumatic situation that they find it difficult to heal. So please go and make amendments. Go and ask God for forgiveness. Go and make peace. Take care of your responsibility. That child, you don't know what that child is going to become tomorrow. Please don't talk claim out. Whatsoever you are not going to take responsibility for, don't smell it close to your nose at all. And to the young ladies out there, please know your worth. It's very important. Know your value. Know your worth. Don't just let any guy just walk into your life and as in look at him. There are sometimes then don't force yourself into a guy. It's like say, this guy is a perfect guy. I just want to, if I can just carry your baby, if I have it or see, things might change, it might turn other way around. That love you have for him might just change within a moment. So please know your worth, then love yourself. If you can't give yourself love, joy as a single lady, no guy can give you because anybody can change anytime. I believe we've learned a lot from this. And lastly, please don't take a life out of hatred or out of being resentful, out of bitterness. Don't take it like you don't have any justification. Love that child as an entity, not because of the process by which that child comes to the world. Please, this is very important to the married, to the young ladies, to anybody. Please, God will bless us all. Thank you, Isaiah, for coming. Thank you. This is very, very insightful to a lot of young people and even married as well. Thank you very much, Lady Avalon, for coming. And to our viewers, thank you for watching us. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share with somebody, drop your comment. Let's hear your view. We'll come away again next week for another interesting episode of Just a Chat. It's me, BUNMI, ALABI saying, have an amazing week. Bye.
Bye.